Welcome to Africa2U. This, in my father's tribe, is called Orubengo. It is a grinding stone. Traditionally, it was used to grind grain. Memories that I have are of people in his village using it to grind millet and sorghum for home consumption. Right now, I'm grinding some millet. It's a little different from the millet I'm used to because it has a lot of white in it. Most of the millet I grew up consuming is mostly reddish. So this is how it was done back in the days. Of course, today there are more modern ways of doing it, but we're just acknowledging what our ancestors created. They were geniuses. So, millet is used for different purposes. It was mostly in my father's tribe for making porridge, two kinds of porridge, hot porridge and cold porridge. But it's not only found in southwestern Uganda, it's also very common in the northern Uganda. I know that many cultures and people of Africa use grinding stones. What I'm wearing is back cloth, and the tribe or clan that is known to have invented the back cloth in Uganda was called the Ngonge clan, spelled Ngonge. And to that, they are famous for making back cloth. Back cloth can be used, it's a multi-purpose garment. You know, it could be used for dressing, could be used, in the past, it was used for burying people in. And today, modern fashion is now trending with back cloth. As immigrants, when we move to countries like the United States, we are notorious for looking for foods, or what we call comfort foods, to keep us going in a foreign land. And millet flour is one of the common things we look for when we come here. And when you go to our kitchen, it will be no surprise if you found millet flour, cassava flour, maize flour, which here is called corn flour, because those are staples back home. And of course, as Ugandans, we are also known to love matoke. And that is also another food that we'll go to great lengths to find. So we use the millet for porridge, mostly the hot porridge. And when we were growing up, our elders taught us that millet flour is also good for breast milk nutrition. So as you can see, it's very multi-purpose. And thank goodness to modernization. There are better ways, quicker ways of doing this, but give our thanks to our ancestors for inventing grinding stones and other tools that enabled us to have a lot of food production. This is how people used to carry firewood. Some still do. They balance it on their heads while carrying sometimes babies at the back and carrying something else on the side. Multitasking, as we call it. I haven't tasted any food that tastes better than firewood-made food. my young boy over here is shelling peanuts. What do we call peanuts in your language? Binyewa. And this, my little girl here, is shelling peas. And peas are called kawo in Luganda, Boobushaza in Ankole. Children are given names that have special meaning, and children are named depending on the event in which they were born, or the circumstances, or named after their relatives, their grandparents and parents, and some are named after their fathers. But we don't usually carry our father's name as a family name. For example, my maiden name is Kovsinje. It means the peaceful one, the little peaceful one. And I gave my children middle tribal names. Also, sometimes just to honor their grandparents who have passed away, some parents give their children names after them. Children are taught to greet in the same way. As long as they are children, regardless of their sex, they still greet elders the same way. In his tribe, the boys kneel to greet. Can you show us how you greet your elders? Ofudeyo. So, oh, he says he can speak Spanish too. But today we're going to talk about how you greet in your language. So next time you can tell us about Spanish. Yes. But in the previous show, we also told you how the people from Ankole greet. And just for the sake of those who did not watch, Zoe here is going to show us how the people in Ankole greet. Forje agandi. Numarunji agandi. Thank you, Jendi Oryoshi.